Let's talk about trail riding. Today in this video, I want to share with you some of the things that I do when I'm out on the trail to improve my training and communication with my horse. I had a break in the weather and I was able to take Willow on her first trail ride just before I headed to the first horse show of the year. I love taking my horses out on the trail. I live in Ohio, so there are several months in the winter when I don't tend to go out on the trail as often because of the footing. At those times I take advantage of going ahead and training my horse with a purpose in the arena. But I do long for the day that I can hit the trail again. One of the things I love about trail riding is how much energy it naturally brings to the ride. I love building a bridge between trail riding and arena riding because I can figure out how much energy and action and motion my horse truly has when I'm out on the trail, and then I can figure out a way to build a bridge and bring that back into the arena work. I also like to build a bridge the other direction, where the arena work that I've done of emotional control training can be taken out on the trail. When I talk about emotional control training, what I'm referring to is getting the horse excited on purpose or adding energy and then asking that horse to come back down. In early stages, that looks like asking the horse to figure out what they're going to do with their emotions when I am doing things like using a stick and string to whip the ground, or when I am asking them to go across something like a tarp. These are things that are not causing physical pressure to the horse, but they're doing something I would call emotional pressure. A lot of horses, when the energy level goes up in the room, because I'm whipping around them in the arena, don't know what to do with their own energy level, so they take their energy level and match it. A great example of this is out on the trail when you're riding and other horses get excited and your horse naturally gets excited. This is something that through training I can work to improve, where the horse might see the energy level going up in the arena or out on the trail or at a show, but the horse has the emotional development, the horse has the emotional maturity to be able to keep itself calm even though the energy level is going up. I do this work in the arena, and then when I'm out on the trail, I apply it there too. Some of the ways that I apply it on the trail are when I'm asking the horse to do transitions of gait. For me, this is best if I've worked on some of this and planted the seed or the idea in the arena. Out on the trail, Willow brings a lot more energy, and that gives me a different way to work on communicating with those upward and downward transitions of gait or inside of the gaits. When I'm at home in the arena, I work on nice, square, steady halts. My cue for my horse to remain in the halt is that I should be able to hold light pressure on all four aids. That would be right rein, left leg, left leg. And if all of those aids are perfectly balanced, that should have my horse maintain or stay in whatever gait it is in. If the gait happens to be a halt, that would mean I would cue for the halt, and then I would apply all four of those aids evenly and expect that to actually communicate to the horse, stand still. I like to look at this as having trained the horse to have a cue for the stand still or the halt, as opposed to hoping that it happens. I remember back in the day, I used to stop and release all of the aids and hope that my horse would stand still. This is a much more effective way of teaching your horse to understand that light pressure on all of these aids is just like you giving a nice big hug and asking that horse to stand still. This is especially effective when you're out on the trail and things get really exciting and you can apply your aids and ask that horse to come back to you and back to thinking about that halt. I love taking my horses out on the trail because it has so much to offer. It's a great big world out there, and at the end of the day, I want my horses to be prepared for all of it. Thanks for joining me today, and for joining Marble. And I'll see you in the next video. I'd like to say a special thanks to Weaver Leather for sponsoring this episode of the Trail to the World Show. You'll see many of their products used throughout this video series, including the trail bags that were featured in this video. Should we do outtakes? That cat. That's her idea of an outtake. It's a bit of a rainy day here today. What do you think?